Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Cowboys Nation. Today, we're diving deep into a story that has been causing ripples across the NFL and more specifically, among the passionate fan base of Dallas Cowboys. You know how sometimes a rumor or a whisper can shift the entire landscape of a team's season? Well, this one might be bigger than many of us anticipated. We're talking about the potential signing of Justin Simmons. Yes, that's right, the talented safety who's been making waves across the league, being linked to Dallas in a move that could redefine their defensive strategy for the upcoming season. Have you seen the buzz on social media? The whispers from insiders close to the Cowboys. It's no secret that the Cowboys' defense has been a mixed bag lately. Sure, there have been flashes of brilliance, but consistency and playmaking ability have been areas needing reinforcement. And now, with this intriguing rumor about Simmons potentially joining the team, fans are buzzing with anticipation. What could this mean for the Cowboys? How would Simmons fit into their existing defensive scheme? And more importantly, what does this say about the team's approach to building a championship-worthy roster? Let's start by breaking down what we know so far. Justin Simmons isn't just any safety. He's been a standout player for the Denver Broncos for several seasons now. Known for his incredible instincts, ball-hawking skills, and leadership on the field, Simmons has established himself as one of the premier safeties in the NFL. His ability to read the game, anticipate plays, and make impact plays, whether intercepting passes, forcing fumbles, or providing solid coverage, makes him a rare talent. And it's precisely these qualities that have made him a hot commodity in the league this offseason. Sources close to the Cowboys suggest that negotiations are underway or, at least, being seriously considered. It's important to clarify that nothing has been officially announced yet. No contracts signed, no official statements made. But the fact that this rumor has gained so much traction indicates that there is genuine interest from Dallas's front office. Why now? What are the driving forces behind this potential move? Well, for starters, the Cowboys' defensive unit has been seeking stability and a game-changing presence in the secondary. Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, Trevon Diggs, these are the stars, but the safety position has been somewhat inconsistent. Adding someone like Simmons could provide the veteran leadership and playmaking ability that the team desperately needs. Now, let's analyze what Simmons' arrival could mean for Dallas's defensive schemes. Historically, the Cowboys have operated under a mix of cover 3 and cover 1 schemes, with their safeties playing crucial roles both in pass coverage and run support. Simmons' versatility would give defensive coordinator Dan Quinn a new tool to deploy. Imagine a defense where Simmons' instincts allow him to roam and make plays on the ball. This could significantly reduce the number of big plays allowed by the Cowboys. His ability to align pre-snap and adapt to different formations would give Quinn more flexibility to disguise coverages and confuse opposing offenses. Furthermore, Simmons' leadership qualities cannot be overstated. As a seasoned player, he's known for his high football IQ and his ability to communicate effectively across the secondary. For a team like Dallas, which has young talents such as Diggs and a promising linebacker core, having a player who can act as a mentor on the field is invaluable. Imagine the impact of having a safety who not only excels physically, but also elevates the entire defensive unit through his experience and leadership. This could translate into fewer mental lapses, better communication, and a more cohesive effort, exactly what the Cowboys need to compete at the highest level. But let's not forget the broader context. The NFL is a league where every move is scrutinized, and each decision can have ripple effects. Dallas's defense has been improving, but they still lack that elite, game-changing presence in the secondary. The addition of Simmons could be that missing piece, and strategically, it signals that the Cowboys are serious about contending this season. They're not just aiming for a playoff appearance. They want to make a deep run, and that requires bolstering every unit, especially the defense. What about the impact on the team's overall performance? Well, if Simmons joins, it's likely to boost the confidence of the entire defense. Players like Trevon Diggs, who has shown flashes of greatness, but also moments of inconsistency, could benefit from having a stabilizing force behind him. The same goes for other defensive backs and linebackers. Knowing that they have a safety of Simmons' caliber could allow them to play more aggressively. Knowing they have a reliable safety lurking to clean up mistakes or make a game-changing play. Let's also consider the potential impact on the team's standings and playoff chances. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Eagles, Giants, and Commanders all vying for supremacy. Improving the defense with a player of Simmons's talent could be the edge Dallas needs to secure a top seed or at least a favorable playoff positioning. Remember, in the NFL, a strong defense often makes the difference in close games, especially in January when everything is on the line. Simmons's presence could be the catalyst for a Dallas team that's already talented but needs that extra spark to break through the glass ceiling and reach the NFC Championship or even the Super Bowl. Now, let's do a quick comparison. How does Simmons stack up against other safeties in the league? Well, statistically, he's been consistently solid over his career. He's accumulated multiple interceptions, pass breakups, and tackles. Plus, he's been recognized for his football intelligence and leadership. When compared to other safeties, Simmons ranks among the top in coverage grades and has a reputation for being a reliable, impactful player. His versatility allows him to cover tight ends, assist in run support, and play deep zones effectively. This multi-dimensional skill set is precisely what the Cowboys need, given their defensive scheme's emphasis on adaptability. But what about other teams and players? The NFL landscape is always shifting, and other franchises are also looking to bolster their secondary. The Kansas City Chiefs, for instance, have been known for their aggressive, high-pressure defense, and adding a player like Simmons could be a game-changer for them as well. But Dallas's unique situation, needing that veteran leadership and a reliable playmaker, makes Simmons a particularly attractive target. The Cowboys have the talent, but they need that extra piece to elevate their defense from good to elite. Looking ahead, what can we expect? Well, if this move materializes, it could set off a chain reaction. Perhaps other free agents or trade targets will become available as teams adjust their rosters. Dallas might also look to draft or acquire additional defensive talent to complement Simmons's skills. The coaching staff will have to integrate him seamlessly, which might involve some scheme adjustments, especially to maximize his instincts and playmaking ability. The anticipation is high, and fans are eager to see whether this rumor turns into reality. Now, I want to pause here for a second, because this is exactly the kind of move that can redefine a team's trajectory. Imagine the impact of that first game with Simmons in the starting lineup. What if he makes that game-changing interception or leads a crucial stop in the final minutes? How would that boost the team's confidence? These are the moments that could ultimately decide whether Dallas makes a deep playoff run or falls short. The stakes are high, and the fans are watching closely. As we look at the bigger picture, it's clear that the Cowboys are making a statement with this rumored move. They are not content with just being playoff contenders. They want to be NFC champions. And to do that, they need to make bold decisions, and adding a player like Justin Simmons is a bold move. It shows the franchise's commitment to winning now and building a defense capable of facing the league's best offenses. But let's also consider the possible challenges. Bringing in a new safety requires integration, learning the playbook, understanding the coaching philosophy, and building chemistry with teammates. Simmons's leadership will be vital in this process, but it also depends on how quickly he can adapt to Dallas's system. Additionally, salary cap considerations and contract negotiations could influence how quickly this move happens. These are complex decisions, but the potential payoff could be enormous. Now, what are the fans saying? The excitement is palpable. On forums, social media, and podcasts, Cowboys supporters are debating whether Simmons is the missing piece. Some say he's exactly what the defense needs to finally put them over the top. Others are cautious, reminding everyone that no move guarantees success, and chemistry and execution matter just as much as individual talent. But the overall sentiment is optimism mixed with a healthy dose of cautious hope, because everyone knows that Dallas has the talent to compete, but they need that extra spark to become true contenders. And the media? Well, sports analysts are already discussing the implications in their latest podcasts and articles. Many highlight Simmons's qualities and speculate on how he would fit into Dan Quinn's defensive schemes. Some believe that this move could be the key to unlocking Dallas's full defensive potential, especially against high-powered offenses like Philadelphia or even in playoff matchups. Others warn that the NFL is a league of matchups, and even the best players need the right system and support to shine. Now, what about the upcoming games? The Cowboys have a tough schedule ahead, and the defense will be tested early and often. If Simmons joins before the season starts, he could be integral in those crucial early matchups. Imagine him lining up against top receivers or providing the leadership in the locker room during challenging moments. His presence could be a morale booster, inspiring the entire team to elevate their game. In terms of historical context, the Cowboys have had moments of defensive brilliance, but consistency has been elusive. From the 1990s Super Bowl-winning teams to recent playoff runs, having a reliable safety has always been a cornerstone of a championship defense. Think of legends like Roy Williams or Darren Woodson in the past, players who could change the game single-handedly. Justin Simmons has the potential to be that kind of player for Dallas, bringing stability, playmaking, and veteran leadership. Let's not forget the importance of the secondary in today's NFL. The game has become increasingly pass-oriented, with offenses spreading the field and targeting mismatches. Safeties are now often asked to be playmakers, capable of covering from sideline to sideline and making split-second decisions. Simmons' skill set aligns perfectly with these demands, and his addition could help Dallas improve their pass defense rankings significantly. Looking ahead, the Cowboys must also consider how this move affects their long-term plans. Will Simmons stay beyond this season? How will his contract negotiations look? Will this move influence other roster decisions? These are questions that fans and analysts will be pondering until the deal is finalized or officially ruled out. But one thing is certain. The excitement surrounding this potential acquisition indicates that Dallas is not content with the status quo. They're aiming higher, and Simmons might just be the piece they need. As we wrap up, it's impossible not to feel the anticipation building. Dallas's defense, already talented, now has the chance to add a player who could be a true difference maker. The season is approaching, and every move counts more than ever. Will Simmons don the star on his helmet and become a Dallas Cowboy? We'll be watching closely, and I promise to keep you updated on every development. Now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Justin Simmons is the missing piece? How do you see him fitting into the team's plans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This season is shaping up to be unforgettable, and with moves like this, it might just be the one where Dallas finally reaches the top of the NFL. Keep the faith, and let's see how this story unfolds together.